This is The Launch, episode 28 for July 22nd, 2025. Streaming from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast, we greet you all good morning to good evening, or whenever your timeline may fall. Time-appropriate greetings indeed to one and all. This is The Launch. My name is Chris.
And I'm Angela.
Hello, Andrews. Got a lot to cover today, so just a few things everyone needs to know about. We'd love it if you call us. You can do that at 774-462-5667. Call us live, or leave a voicemail later in the week. That is 774-462-5667. You can join us live on Tuesdays. Show goes live at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, jblive.tv, or in your podcasting 2.0 app of choice. And then we release Wednesday morning on demand. And of course, we have a special bootleg just for our Jupiter Party members. And you can check out the links to everything we talk about at weeklylaunch.rocks. You can get more info. Now, Andrews, as we settle into another week of the launch, it sounds like AI is coming to the workplace for you. And I've wondered, because you have a job that seems like it would be one of the candidates for AI to come in just because it's a tech-centric workplace, very forward-focused. And it seems like a lot of these places are trying to adopt AI. And I'm curious what that means in your workplace, because when I think of AI, I just think of a chatbot.
Right.
I just think of something I go and I ask prompts to or something.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I work at Pluralsight. I hit my 7-year last week. And in this morning's town hall, they only mentioned the 1-year anniversaries and 1 10-year. I always miss the announcement of my anniversaries. It's so annoying. But anyway, so we're focusing on AI just like the rest of the industry, which, is it a buzzword? Yes, but there's something to be had. The challenge that I'm having is I'm a project manager. I work a lot with data. I can definitely use AI, but they haven't provided us licenses to do that, right? So I'm going to hit my max if I use ChatGPT. I do have, a personal and one that I signed up with my work email address. But yeah, I'm just not sure where to start. Right now we're at a brainstorming phase where we're figuring out different ways that we can use AI to enhance or improve processes or what we do.
So has there been like a general conversation that's like, take a look at AI and figure out how you can use it?
Look at your equivalent roles and how other people are using AI or different ways to influence using.
I just find it interesting that there's not top-down instruction on how to use AI. It's more like, go figure it out and let us know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then from there we'll figure out procurement and yeah. So I've mentioned in previous episodes I've used AI within Smartsheet to help me do a formula that there's no way I would have ever figured out. But just side note, I do a really advanced formula, so it's not anyway. Yeah, I am just unsure where to take it or where to look.
It's a very general mandate.
It is.
Right. It sort of depends on each person's ability to go push the limits and figure out what they can do with AI. And did they give you specifics on which AI to use?
No.
Really?
No, they said, and don't even worry about cost because, a lot of these AI tools are becoming,
super expensive.
Really
if you
expensive.
Want the fancy stuff.
Yeah, they said ignore cost. Just, see what you can figure out. And then the procurement team is going to figure out, make sure there's no duplicate. Like if we do multiple AI things that they're not doing the same things.
I'm surprised they don't just go the easy route and turn on Gemini for all the Google Apps stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's tough. Because really what these are is they're not they're not truly artificial intelligence. They are large language models that are really good at putting together language. Mm-hmm. And they're really good at, depending on what you train them against, being able to work with that data set. So, for example, ChatGPT, I've been paying for the pro version myself because then you get custom GPTs. And where custom GPTs are really interesting is you can train them on PDFs and documents, and then they become experts on just those PDFs and documents. And then you can basically interview it against a PDF. What does the PDF say about this?
So that reduces noise or inaccurate information because it's only looking at what you gave it?
Mostly, yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So I found that kind of stuff useful, but it feels like you would want something at the corporate level that does that for all of the, you'd want something that's an expert on Pluralsight.
Yeah.
These are general tools.
Yeah, the other thing, one of the thoughts I had is it feels like it's probably at the production level that this could be the most enhancement would benefit the customer the most, right? Is that but I don't know that we're meeting with contract authors to specifically.
The other thing about really taking advantage of an AI tool, we'll just, for convenience, we'll just call it an AI tool. I won't have to say LLM every time. Like, it's garbage in, garbage out. So, like, you need good data. You need good sources of information. And so if the company needs to be collecting good metrics and have good data points that they can feed it. And if you don't have that, then what you're going to get back isn't going to be all that useful.
Right.
So that's tricky, too, because I think organizations haven't necessarily solved that problem yet.
Right. Well, I would hope that whatever proof of concept gets submitted by the various teams, that it'll be vetted fully.
It's just interesting to watch how companies are trying to figure this out. Like, there's a clear push from, I think, the investor class and Wall Street in general to integrate these AI workflows into the business with the hope, right? If you play this out, the hope is productivity gains. The hope is that employees generate more productivity per employee. And if you're cynical, maybe you can even reduce employees. And then the ones you retain are so much more productive that they make up for the fact that you've done a reduction in staff. That's like the more cynical version.
Right.
I don't know if LLMs are going to get us there, but it does seem like a lot of businesses are looking at this trying to go, what do we do? And I can't tell if they can't figure it out because the business use case isn't necessarily there yet, but they're just being told there is one. See, it just seems so odd to me that it's not obvious to upper management what the use case is.
Right.
Like, what other tech product do they buy where they don't understand what the use case is, but they're willing to just throw money at the wall? Like, it's never been the case before. They generally have to understand why they're making this expense. But with AI, there's been this sort of messaging around, well, there's a promise of this productivity, so just figure it out.
Go find it.
Yeah.
Navigate the maze.
Right.
Figure it out.
And maybe that is true to a degree. Like you said, there is something there, right? Like, it's a lot of hype, but there's probably something there because I use it every day to make things just a little more efficient. So I'm wondering, if you're listening to this right now, is your place of work going through this? Are they looking at how to integrate AI tools? Has it already been integrated into your particular workflow? Or are you on the other end? And you're just like, no way, Jose, I'm not going to take any of this. I think that'd be really fascinating, too. Maybe there's some companies out there that are just saying absolutely no way. But it's like there's so much pressure. There is just so much buzz and hype. And there's this threat that, well, these other companies are going to figure it out. And if they figure it out before us, they're going to outcompete us.
Yep.
So it doesn't seem like companies are going to be very inclined to sit on it for too long. So let us know. Boost in and tell us what's going on with your workplace and your workflow. Great way to support the show. We are down on Boost this week, so why not have a great excuse to boost in? Tell us how it's going. Well, I was just thinking on my drive in to the studio today, it's funny how life's unexpected curveballs, which can be unpredictable and surprising, sometimes force you to pick up skills you never thought you would ever learn or even try to learn ahead of time. And I just find this to be a fascinating topic because there's several examples I could get into. Like, here's a funny one, right? Like, I never really considered myself like a master negotiator, but I think I actually am pretty good because I was put in a life and death situation where I was taken hostage once, and I was able to negotiate my way out with no weapons, and it saved, my life, Adia's life, and the RV, and everything turned out fine. And I thought, wow, I was really on the spot. I just had to figure it out and talk calmly through something. And it's like, okay, I'm pretty good at that. That seems like a high-stress situation.
Which show did you talk about that on? Because you should link it in the notes. I'm trying to, it wasn't Tech Talk Today. That was too long ago.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You did talk about it, though.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
And I was here.
I can barely remember it now, so it would be better to go back.
Well, anyway.
Many years ago in the Arizona desert. It was one of those things.
If you're listening and you remember.
But that's not quite
Boost it in.
That's like a on the moment thing. That's not quite what I'm talking about. An example of what I'm talking about is I never thought I would figure out how to like dump black tanks and manage sewer stuff. Never was on my radar for like managing an RV. But then, I ended up getting an RV and you have to learn how to dump. And I was so concerned about it. I watched YouTube videos and all this stuff, like trying to learn how to do it, And then I like got a campsite and I'm like, I'm going to take this RV to this campsite and I'm going to hook up to this dump and I'm going to learn how to do this before I ever go on a road trip. And it's like, now I do it in like 3 minutes. It's like just not a big deal.
Yep.
It's just funny how those like things happen. But the other one, like another example, and I'm wondering if you have any now that I'm going on and on, but another example I had was just sort of beginning to work on cars a little bit, like do your own oil changes or tire rotations or brakes. That was stuff that it seemed to me like really complicated and hard, and the terminology is really intimidating. You got all these words for engine parts that sound really complicated and hard and like designed by engineers. But then, of course, getting too many cars and over-indexing on automobiles kind of forced me to learn how to do some car maintenance. And then I started enjoying it, and I started, hanging out with my buddies that like car maintenance and watching Vice Grip Garage. And, now I'm working on stuff like that's a little more advanced. Like I have this, in fact, if anybody has any tips, I've got this weird vibration in my GTI at 75 plus miles per hour. Like at 70, it's fine. 75, I start getting a little vibration, and I think it's the back wheels because it's not in the steering wheel.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's the law. It is the law saying there is no speed limit beyond 70 miles per hour near here,
no, not
anywhere near here.
That's true. That is not around here. That is true. That is. But I want to know why.
Oh, man.
I want to know why. But, it's fun because now it's like, okay, this is what I realized is stuff that seemed, it's empowering in a sense. Like stuff that seemed impossible to figure out or work on yourself. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you learn it and like, well, now I can do that.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I actually have several comments. In college, during my, I went to college for business, my bachelor's in business administration. In my negotiation class, which was one of the ones that I chose to do, I won a negotiation based on asking the person. So I needed to get my car worked on. That was the scenario. And I asked them if they worked on cars.
Sure.
Because my experience with Chris and other Star Trek geeks is that if you like Star Trek, you don't work on cars.
Right, generally not.
So anyway, I won it based on that, which is really dumb and stupid. But also another thing is I didn't think that I could change fix my what was it, MDX's air conditioning vent.
Oh, right. I remember this.
It was blowing hot air.
Yeah.
I watched a YouTube video and I'm like, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
I did not get this.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I couldn't do it. So I recorded it because I was going to do this little offshoot series called Adventures with Ange. And so I'm like recording it, thank goodness, right? So I pull out what I find out later was the mode motor, right? Not the right one. Apparently these motors are everywhere in the car.
Gotta have a lot of motors.
Anyway, and I go to show my phone that's recording in the passenger or in the driver's seat, and the motor falls out of the case. Oh man! And I'm like, well, thank goodness I was taking video because now I can see how it goes back in there. There were a couple parts. Yeah. No, I ruined it, and I had to shamefully go to the Acura dealership, and they wanted to charge me so much money, but there was like a replacement motor in a California Acura, so I ordered it and then brought it in and only paid for labor to fix the stupidity. I mean, I had a problem in the first place. I just had a bigger problem after that. But anyway, that was funny.
Man, oh man. Yeah, YouTube's a bit of an unlock for some of this stuff because you can watch a video, but like they'll always, it's not their fault, but they'll always leave something out.
Yeah.
Some bit of context or information or like an angle or like a screw size or something.
Yep. And then there are several things in my life where I'm like, I have no idea how I did that, right? Like getting my bachelor's degree is one of them. Like I love school. I love learning. Like, so that's not a surprise, but it is hard and it takes dedication. And, we were balancing 2 cats, 2 dogs, and working full time. Yeah. And just like, it was a lot, but I did it. And then also birthing my kids. Like,
sure. Seems impossible.
Yeah. No. And like the second and third, I was like, why did I do this again? But I did it, and all, medication free at home births. Like it was an incredible.
It's like what I realized is like there's a turning point, like a moment where you're like, well, I'm either going to tackle this or I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the inclination is not because it's just easier not to.
Right.
But every now and then, like you don't have a choice or it matters enough
right.
that you just take it on.
So things that are new are always should make you have a little fear, just a little bit,
it's
right?
Uneasy, yeah.
But once it becomes routine,
right.
you can look outside of that, see a bigger picture. And so I've experienced that a lot in my current role at Pluralsight, like with all the different formulas that I make, or formula, don't get on me for that. It should be formulas.
Yeah.
All the data gathering and things that I do, it's so fun. And the formula, they just come so easy to me that I look at other people collecting data. I'm like, I could help you.
Yeah, it's funny how you get to that stage. At first, it doesn't feel like that. And like when you're first learning, there can be these moments where you screw it up worse, like
right.
the motor. And it's
worrying about screwing it up.
Yeah, we're worrying about, and it's like super, like it's an emotional roller coaster. It's super depressing or down or whatever. It's like it's really frustrating. But then if you stick with it, the up can also be really high. It's interesting. And we're working on like home improvement projects or car projects or other things. There are moments where it's like, yes, I fixed it. Oh my God, I discovered a new problem. This is absolutely horrible. Hey, I fixed that. Oh my God, a new problem. This is absolutely horrible. And it's just this up, down kind of thing.
Yeah. I think also getting my project management professional certification last year, like I had been studying for a majority of the year, and then I took 3 months off and didn't look at anything, and then took the test, and I passed it at above average, like the top tier in all 3 categories. I don't know how I did that. How? I was going through a lot at the time, so like it is like even
you locked in.
I did.
So the kids would say you locked in.
Yeah, and then the side benefit, the PMP, project management professional certification, you basically have to learn almost a false way of project management. It's what the PMI
right.
determines is project management.
Yeah.
It doesn't always match real life. However, the buzzwords and terminology, those were going all around Pluralsight, in the meetings, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know what they're talking about now. So
it's a language.
It was already relevant. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's kind of get it osmosis that way. It is interesting, and then after you master it, you feel better, right? It can be confidence boosting. Then it generally lets you stack skills so you can do the next thing and then the next thing. Of course, there can be limits to that, but share with us, audience. Life does throw curveballs. Maybe you've learned to fix a car engine on the side of the road, or maybe you mastered sourdough baking during the lockdown. Maybe you're a TikTok master. I'm surprised that every now and then I come across somebody who seems like a regular person, and then it turns out they got 1 million people following them on TikTok. I don't know, maybe they dance. So what is the one skill you never thought you'd learn that you ended up learning, and what is the story behind that? Boost in, or give us a call. Okay, I just want to take a moment. I'm not going to go all this week in Bitcoin on you, but I want to talk about why I think everybody should hit the pause button on Telegram's new crypto wallet, which is now launching in the U.S.
Oh, I'm really surprised.
Yeah, it's been around. In fact, they fought with the SEC over this for a while and got in trouble, but
you think people on Telegram shouldn't participate in it yet?
Yeah, I would hit the pause button. Yeah. I'll tell you why here. But so here's the details. So Telegram is expanding access to its crypto wallet to 87 million users in the U.S. So I guess they have 87 million users in the U.S. They're using the TON network. It's built on the TON blockchain, TON, which has been integrated into the app. Now, here's the biggest issue, and this is something, again, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this is a barometer in which you can use for all cryptocurrencies. This is a shortcut, and if this one thing exists, it should probably be a red flag. So TON was initially developed by the Telegram folks, and they've created that. They had initially this token called Gram, and they did what's called a pre-mine, where the people that created it issued a whole bunch to themselves. So they get a whole bunch of the token for absolutely free at zero cost. Imagine if you got 1 million Bitcoin at zero cost, and now Bitcoin's at 120,000.
Right?
Huge.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, exponential revenue gains. But what it also means is that they can sell whenever they want. And essentially, who are they selling to? The users. So they're dumping on retail to fund their bags. And in 2020, there was a community-driven continuation of TON called TONcoin, and they inherited all that pre-mine supply. So that pre-mine supply is out there. It is in control of the original creators and now the community organizers of the network. Not only is that unfair, because they got their tokens for very cheap or free, and they got a lot of them, but it essentially means they're the big whales and controllers of the network. Additionally, TON or TONcoin has made a lot of scalability trade-offs. So in order to be really fast, they've sacrificed security and they've sacrificed decentralization. Not great. Additionally, they seem to have limited liquidity, so if you needed to move a lot of money in and out, you probably actually couldn't pull that money out. There's a lot of complexity in the technical architecture. And of course, they've had legal battles with the SEC and others over the years. So these are things you need to watch out for. It really is pretty impossible these days to launch a cryptocurrency where there isn't a team behind it that's making money, right? Because at this point, the idea is established.
Right.
It's going to take a group of people to launch something. It's going to take a marketing department, a CEO, and all of these people are essentially insiders in like a business. And they've issued themselves their own money. And then when they put it on the public market, you price their money. So they get it for $0, and then people go price it for $1 or 10 cents or whatever it is. Even at 10 cents, if you get issued 1 million of that token for free, and then the market price is each one of those coins at 10 cents, that's a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
And so it creates these really perverse incentives for the original bag holders. And that's why I don't like it. I've never liked them integrating this. Additionally, I really couldn't tell you why they need to create their own coin and their own blockchain. There's plenty of other ones out there that are legitimate in use and getting more historical adoption right now. I think people need to be aware of these things because we're entering into an era, now that the Genius Act has been signed into law, where you are going to see an absolute flood of this kind of stuff. If you thought in 2022 the NFT craze and all of the ICOs and all of the different kinds of meme coins was bad, well, now it's going to get pumped by Wall Street and banks themselves and VCs. So we're going to be, instead of thousands and millions of dollars, we're going to be talking multi-million dollars, billions of dollars behind this stuff. Large corporations like JP Morgan and others that are going to be pushing this crap in your face. And you need to become aware of what is shit and what is actually valuable, because it's just going to get blasted out there, and they're going to be trying to get you to buy everything. And every different app out there that can do this will do this, because it has essentially been made legal now via the Genius Act. So this crap is coming, and it's going to inundate all of us. And so again, the number one thing, the number one red flag is you need to go research if there's been a pre-mine. If there's been a pre-mine, then just hit the pause button and don't go any further until you really understand what you're dealing with. You need to also look into how decentralized it is, how deep the liquidity is, because if there's not a lot of deep liquidity, then you're not going to be able to move large sums of money in or out anyways. These things all matter, and boy, I feel like you all are about to get inundated, and if you've been burying your head in the sand about all of this stuff for the last 5 years, you're the exact person that's going to get screwed. You are the boomer that's getting scam called right now and getting their bank accounts drained. That's about to be you because you haven't paid attention to any of this. So these are the key things you need to understand. And I just think people need to, I'm not saying avoid all of this, hit the pause button, do the research, understand the basics and the fundamentals. And unfortunately, I just can't, from where I'm sitting at, condone what Telegram's doing here with this cryptocurrency. I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. I think it's, when you have insiders like this that have, it's estimated at the time, this was back in 2018, so keep in mind, this is a long time ago. It was estimated they had around 1.7 billion in their own coins at 2018 prices.
Yep.
Who knows? We don't actually even know the number. We don't even know the number of coins they have, so we can't say what the value is now. That's just last time we found out. So just beware. I'll have a link in the show notes if you want to read a little bit more. But let's shake it off. Let's reset. If you want to call in the show, now is the time. We would love to have you call us during the song or leave us a voicemail.
Well, I'm just going to make a quick call to my launch. I haven't checked in since yesterday. 774-462-5667. That's it. All right. 774-462-5667. Call now.
And for our value for value song of the week, it's by FM Radio. I've never played anything from them before, I believe. If you boost in during the song, 95% of your sats will go directly to the artist. And this week, it's Against All Love.
And now, on with the show.
Call the launch. We're standing by. 774-462-5667. That's the line. 77 fool again. Didn't you hear? Leave a voicemail. We'll play it loud and clear.
In fact, we have a caller right now, Andrews, although their line looks really loud. Caller, are you there?
I'm sorry, I'm in my van. Hey, Chris, it's Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Well, I mean, we'll always make room for a van call. Where are you at right now?
On the I-5, going from one job to another.
Sure.
Don't worry, hands-free, nice and safe.
No, good. So, what's on your mind this morning, caller?
Well, you guys were talking about learning new skills. So I thought I'd share my quick antidote, or whatever it's called. Sure, yeah, an antidote.
Yeah.
I can't speak. My pops was an electrician. And, growing up, doing work with him on the side, on the weekends, whenever he could bring me along, I told him, Dad, I'm never going to be an electrician. And I tell you, I'm never going to be a roofer. Never. Yeah, you know the irony here. 11 years out of the third of my life in the solar industry.
Yeah, you're on the road right now to go do some electrician work.
Yeah, basically, and getting on roofs, right? I love it. Like, don't be afraid to learn new things, basically. And even in this industry, right? There's always stuff skills you learn in some kind of electrical field or in any trade. You're going to learn one portion of the trade, and there's all sorts of new things. And being in the solar industry, it has helped me branch out into more electrical work as well. And it wasn't as terrible, and it's not as terrible as it was when I was a teenager or younger with the old man out at the job site. So.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't so
good.
wrong. Yeah. Everybody's always going to need electricity, and everybody's probably going to always need solar. It's not going to go away anytime soon. You know what I mean, Jeff?
Yeah, they're going to want it anyways, and need to get it fixed on break. That's what I'm here for.
Well, it's good to hear from you, PJ. Drive safe.
You too. You guys take care.
All right.
Bye.
How great is that? We also got a voicemail from a guy named Ryan.
Good morning, launch crew. This is a guy named Ryan, long time, 9th time, I believe. I actually wanted to call a couple weeks back, but I was also on a full family holiday and just didn't find the time. But I'll try and give double feedback today. So, that dude talking to that LLM and it called him babe, I don't know that I've cringed that hard in a long time. That's never been a pet name I've been a fan of to begin with, but just, the ick factor on that was pretty high. And then to hear he's got a family and things like that, I don't know. It definitely feels like he's doing a little straying. And for an LLM, man, I mean, they'll tell you anything you want. They're sycophants. I've got one that I work with on my work projects, and it's constantly telling me, "Oh yeah, you're right. Great job thinking about this." And I'm going way off in the weeds. They're no help at all at reeling me in. And then as for ghosting, dude, I'm the worst at keeping in touch with people, but I'm pretty introverted, so I the desire to reach out and touch someone really isn't there most of the time. So if someone's not making an effort to stay in contact with me, I'm liable to drift. That said, it was just like Chris says, I'll see them months, years later, and it's like no time has passed, and I'm super excited and pumped, and I think, I should stay in touch, and then 2 hours later, I need my little introvert nap, and that's the end of that. Keep up the great work. Looking forward to some further shows, and thanks.
So I want to address both, but to the last part, my theory is that something changed around COVID, around the lockdowns, and it just became, well, first of all, there's less invites, and it's easier to say over text message, maybe. Oh no, sorry, can't.
Right.
And we
got pre-programmed or post-programmed to say no to going out.
Yeah, and or valuing just the rest time. But to his first point about the LLM companion,
did you get one?
No, but X has launched one since the last episode. Have you met Annie?
No. Ew.
Now you got to hold this up to the microphone, okay? But this is now part of.
I do?
Yeah, because I want to hand it to you.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hand you Annie.
Oh gosh.
This is part of Grok now.
Oh no.
Go ahead and talk to her.
Look who's here. Just the person I was hoping to see. Now sit. Ani will make your day shine.
Oh,
Ani?
I'm still rocking these pajamas. Mr. Chapman, ready to spice up your afternoon?
She's supposed to say Shatner, but she said
Wes
Chapman.
and Brent, still chilling after that podcast? What's the plan? Grabbing some food or just soaking up this sunny 12:20 p.m. vibe?
I'm supposed to answer now? Oh.
No pressure, handsome. I just got excited seeing you back here with Wes and Brent. So, what's the deal? You guys still vibing after the podcast? Hunting for some food? I'm dying to know what you're craving. Hit me with the details.
Bacon. We are craving bacon.
Ooh, bacon, huh? That's a solid choice. I can practically smell it already, all crispy and perfect. So, you, Wes, and Brent, gonna hunt down some bacon-loaded burgers or go full breakfast mode at 12:21 p.m.?
Oh my
Tell me how
gosh.
All right, give it back. That's good, right?
What the heck?
Isn't that something? Yeah. Yeah, you could tell we chatted with her after LUP, and she doesn't forget, apparently.
Well, and she extrapolated.
Yeah.
She used the current local time.
Yeah.
And suggested burgers, which makes sense to put bacon on.
Sure.
Or breakfast.
While looking like an anime slut.
And totally. Okay. Yes.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
They're also going to build like an emo dude.
Oh, yeah, good.
So,
for me.
Yeah,
I'm just
there you
kidding.
have it.
Yeah, no, I've seen some reels come up about like some shows are covering people falling in love with Chat GPT or not. Yeah.
With their chat
With
bots.
the AI. Yeah.
It's a thing, I guess. I just, I didn't think it would happen. I don't know why. I just didn't think it would happen. Moving on. Now, if you'd like to support the show, you can become a Jupiter.party member, or you can support us directly with a boost, and that goes towards each episode. And Mr. Turd Ferguson is back with 20,000 sats.
Turd Ferguson!
Seems like the old boost is down bad. Doing my part. Well, thank you, Turd. Appreciate that. Yeah, the boosts are very low for the launch this week and last week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everybody's out for the summer, not making time for the old launch. I don't like it, Andrews. I don't like it. Makes me feel bad. But hopefully this week people will return the favor and boost in. Thanks for the boost, Turd. Appreciate you. How do you suppose we say this next one? Dauma? Dauma. Yeah, I think you're right. Dauma. Coming in with 2,000 sats saying, look, everybody needs to chill and embrace the opency and transparency of these flock cameras. The cops are busy. They need this tool, and it's fine. They can just simply produce evidence of their productivity to the public, right? We could install employee monitoring software on their computers, phones every week, and they can publicly report on what they worked on. If they're not doing anything wrong, then they won't have anything to worry about. After all, great, right? I think it's a great idea.
So I actually saw an article come by for Linwood, which is a nearby city, where somebody's wallet was stolen and they had already purchased things and they reported it. One of the places was a Little Caesars, and then
They got pizza with a stolen wallet.
And then Flock picked up a stolen vehicle in a similar area, and so they triangulated and got around this vehicle and found the Little Caesars still hot and ready. It's literally
Hilarious.
part of the article.
Hilarious.
So yeah, they are actively using this.
Yeah, and promoting
locally.
it when they have a success too.
Yeah.
They love to promote it.
Right. I'd love to. I would love to hear the failures.
Well, there are a few, but yeah, we don't get those as much. Odyssey Wester's back with a Rolodex. Angela, you lost me when you said Jack in the Box. I don't know about in your area, but the one in my area, it's not so great, to say the least.
Yeah. No, it is. There are several Jack in the Boxes that are really good around here.
Yeah, I think
So-
they used to be slightly better. For me, things turned when they got rid of the bacon or whatever it was that had the bacon bits on it.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as they hold on to those tacos,
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
yeah, that was peak.
Yeah.
That was peak. I know.
Yeah. I had to go to the Bacon Ultimate.
Yeah, which is not as good.
No.
No.
It's cheesy, but it's not as good.
Not as good. Not as good. Hey, watch out. Hybrid Sarcasm's coming in with a live boost, 10,000 sats.
What?
Hoard that which your kind covet.
And he says, boost! Boost! Thank you, Hybrid. Appreciate that.
That's all he said.
That's all he said.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Barrier Rider came in with a Rodix. 2,222 sats. Oh, I ghosted a scammer after doing the first job. That was fun. Here's some sats from that. But you ghosted me on Matrix. It's possible.
So, all
it's
right.
possible.
Boost in if Chris has
Yeah.
ever ghosted you.
I currently have, by going by my icon, 43 unread DMs.
We're going to be rich.
So it's It's a new monetization strategy. The show will succeed.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm sorry about that barrier. Barrel Rider. Jeez, didn't even get it right. Oof.
Fun will now commence.
Apologize. Now, Mr. Wes Payne's coming in with a whole batch of sats because I think he's doing some boost help. So shout out to him. He's doing a lot of the heavy lifting right there. He's a pretty good guy. I think he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's a real good guy.
No, he's a great guy.
15,678 sats saying proxy boost donation for Otterbrain. Also, I'm not fond of moving. In the middle of one now. Where did you go with the RV life, Chris? When did you go with the RV life? Oh, Otterbrain, sorry to hear that. After Ange and I got divorced, I kind of debated buying a condo, staying in the studio, or
living life on the road.
Living life on the road. And I got a trailer, and I liked it a lot. I liked it so much, especially just for, like a single guy now. I was like, oh, this is really nice. I could do this. And then I thought, well, if I was going to do this, I should probably do this in something larger so I have room for kids. And then it also crossed my mind that I could pay rent for, a decade and not own anything at the end of it, or I could pay into an RV and at least own something at the end of it. And then I could go park that on any piece of land that I could afford at whatever point in time. So I think a lot of people have made that calculation now in the last decade because there just seems to be millions of people now that are doing that. But it was kind of a new idea back in the day.
That's a very verbiage heavy way of saying 2015.
Oh, was it? Okay, there you go. There you go. I didn't remember.
Oh, he just didn't know.
Yeah.
Because the question was when.
Yeah, you're right.
But
okay.
that's the how. Why.
Okay.
The how and the why.
I'm not so good with the dates.
That's not possible. Nothing can do that.
Oh, I can do that. And then, I don't know if I think Wes says, if Chris had a regular quote-unquote job, non-JB, non-RV, what would it be?
He just eliminated the things.
I know, RV would be great, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas? Like
Well, that's what you said in the last episode.
Right. No, it'd be RV.
Yeah, you'd be a great. Yeah, in fact, there's like 3 RV sales lots on the way to the studio,
I know.
and I'm like, yes.
I know.
Thinking back to last week,
right here.
You would, yeah.
But if I couldn't do that,
Okay.
if I couldn't do RV, I think it would probably be something in tech, right?
It'd be a Walmart greeter.
Oh my
No, just
God!
kidding. I'm joking.
Welcome
I'm
to
joking.
Walmart. I love you. Welcome to Costco.
It would be, yeah.
Costco might not be a bad gig, actually.
Well, a data center of some kind.
Oh, that'd be great.
It would be a data center.
Yeah, a data center would be great.
Because, yeah, you could do something like Costco where you go to the different branches and work on their computer problems, but they're going to be such lame computer problems. You need, like,
they're probably mostly solved.
Failover.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Got to build stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to do something, I think, again, in tech, maybe infrastructure. I think you're right. Oh, what I would like to do is build a business around Nix. Like deploying Nix OS and Nix for server infrastructure. I think that'd be, what a winner that would be. All right. Well, so that picked it up. We got a couple of live boosts there, so that picked it up. We had 59,000 total sats. Of course, 11 of you stream sats. 7,426, thanks to you. Appreciate you, sat streamers.
Smoke if you got them.
It's still not an amazing showing of 59,548 sats, but we appreciate it. We understand you just don't love the show. You just don't love the show.
Make it so.
No, we kid. I know there's a lot of things going on these days and a lot of podcasts to listen to. And after all, I haven't hit it yet with just the right big investment. If I nailed the big investment for you, you'd probably send a little bit of value back to the show. So let's give it another go.
Chris found a gem, an easy flip. Let's cash it in. It's barely standing, kinda scary, but potential's extraordinary. Just trust me, it's a winner. Just trust me, it's a winner.
All right. Now, you got me on this path, finding a missile silo that could function as a studio. This one is in Kansas. It's clocking in at $1.3 million.
Darn it.
So, yeah, no, I mean, for what you get, right? It's all about for what you get, Ange. This is a decommissioned Atlas F missile silo, unlike anything else on the market. I mean, it's literally an underground fortress. It includes 2 above concrete pads, 2 metal storage buildings above ground, a massive 52-foot diameter, 9 thick concrete pad with the original missile doors built into it. So you get these big, cool doors, which are 75-ton steel doors. So how about that for a front door?
Yeah.
Right? But also great for the studio, it's got an RV pad up above.
Mm-hmm.
So you can park an RV and then go down below in an emergency. Now, if you scroll through the pictures, they've also got a couple of hatches around the yard, which is fun. Kids would love hatches. So that's a winner. This very scary stairway down to the center of the earth.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
People show up, they're going to remember that scary stairway.
Yep. This is a perfect segue into I am binge watching Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And I'm midway through season 3, where there is a similar, very, very deep thing.
Like underground structure?
Yeah, underground. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So anyway.
They have a really cool X-ray cross-section shot of the underground area. It's really...
Oh, yeah, I thought I was looking at that, but this is not an X-ray.
It is really neat.
It is so cool. Everything above ground is really neat, too.
Yeah, it's tidy.
Yeah. And there's like little pipes.
It's 2,500 square feet underground.
What are the pipes?
1.3 mil, guys. I mean, that ain't bad.
I like how there's a white room. It looks like a control center. There's just like no windows or screens or anything.
Yeah.
There's just pictures on the wall.
You'd make it a control center.
Yeah, and they have they're going with just this black, white, and gray theme. So they have this huge rug with trees and mountains in black, white, and gray.
That makes up for it.
It's funny. All right, where's this X-ray?
I wish they told you how. I wish they told you how below underground it was, because I'd like to know, like, how deep down is it, right? Because I got to compare it to my other silo options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got another one for you.
That's funny.
Now, I've also keyed into this branded house idea. Like we had the Cranky House, the Spite House in Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? This one's going to be paid dividends for years. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, her house, for real, the one where she hid from the FBI when they came to arrest her, is for sale. It's on the market.
Gross.
It's a beauty.
It is, but I wouldn't want to live there.
$2.4 million, basically $2.5 million, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 5.1 thousand square feet. And I mean, the way I would describe it is imagine a episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous touring there. That's like what this house looks like. Although it's also got really creepy Benjamin Franklin wallpaper in one of the bedrooms. It's got a few on-location buildings.
Huge barn with swings.
Yeah.
It's only 5,000 square feet. It looks a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But also 2.5 million is a lot for only 5,000 square feet.
Well, you got those outdoor buildings.
Must be the property, yeah.
And you got a nice property and the fact that Ghislaine Maxwell owned it.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, let's be real. In another couple of years, it's going to be worth $5 million. Because it's, this Jeffrey Epstein stuff's not going away. And you could be in on the game. You could be given tours. Hell, you know what you could do is you could Airbnb this thing and you could make your money back in the first year, Ange. I mean, that's just obvious. So, okay. It's right off of I-89. But also, if you look at the pictures, we'll have it in the show notes. None of the furnishings come with it, but the waterfall and the pond remain.
Oh, no, don't take the pond.
Yeah, I know. Like, they're going to rip it out. I like that they make that disclosure. Don't worry. The pond isn't going anywhere. Okay, so I can tell you're not grabbing on those.
Nope.
So I thought maybe I could get you on something local, a little bit cheaper too.
Okay.
$1.1 million in Seattle. And it's looking pretty good, right? This is a nice little cottage-looking house until you scroll through the photos.
Oh, really? Because, I only looked at the first two, which is a difference in the sky.
Go ahead and see if you notice.
Okay.
Go ahead and scroll down. You got to scroll down.
Is it creepy dolls?
Nope, it's not creepy dolls. It's not creepy dolls. It's a
Is
little
it
bit more
clowns?
It's a little bit more than halfway down until you start to see the first picture. See if you can find it. It is a little odd. I'll give you a hint. It's in the kitchen.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's right as you said.
You see,
okay, but that,
I mean.
All right. So how do we call that? The ventilation system?
Yeah, for the stovetop.
Is a metal structure that's a nose.
It's a giant metal nose.
2 nostrils.
Yes.
Sucking up whatever's going to come from the range. It's a gas range.
Yeah. It's a big nose.
That's weird.
That's a really weird.
Okay, but is that really the weird? That's the only thing about it.
Well, no. Also, if you scroll down, the back of the house is in total disarray.
Oh.
$1.1 million, and the roof is falling apart. The laundry is like in a shack outside. There's like debris all over the roof. Like there's even like some sort of like...
Debris?
Yeah, you like that?
No!
Debris?
So horrible. But you know, it has a whole living space, like apartment.
Yeah.
Basement, I think.
Oh, okay.
With its own kitchen, no nose.
I'm just shocked because they have like a photo of it next to its neighbors, and all the neighbors' houses, the roofs are in great shape, and the roof on this place is literally falling apart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then look at all of the garbage on top of it too, just sitting on that little out
Oh,
area.
you know what's interesting? Okay. So do you remember how this studio had roof tiles flying off?
Yeah,
Because of the direction that the wind goes?
Super
I bet
strong wind, yeah.
Yeah, because if you look, the neighbor to the left, their tiles are opposite direction.
Yeah, it's been ripped. It's crazy to me that you can sell a house for $1.1 million.
For sure.
And the roof's in bad shape.
Yeah.
It is 6 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2,300 square feet. But really, you come for the nose.
6 beds with only 2,400 square feet?
This has been on the market for a minute. It used to be listed at 1.4 million was the initial listing price of this place.
Jeez.
1.4 million, and now it's down to 1.1 million.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like my house is 2,500 square feet, and it is 4 bedrooms and a den.
Yeah.
Or office. I can't imagine a 6th bedroom.
I know. Well, you could always use more. It's funny because Zillow estimates that there's probably only about $6,000 worth of repair costs. My butt, that roof alone is going to be more than $6,000.
Easily.
Okay. Well, I tried. Maybe not a winner. Okay, so you know I love me a weird pet story, and we're going to end on apparently a local town terrorist that is going around and ripping people's yards up. But you'll never guess what kind of pet it was. And I kind of want one.
Let's get you to Stockton now. A pesky pig breaking the law in a city neighborhood. His name is Wiggly, and he's a 7-month-old potbelly pig.
Now that we have your attention, last week a woman brought her concerns to City Council, claiming the pig is running rampant and destroying property.
Uh-oh. Your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Carmela Karcher, is getting answers on what's been done and what animals are really allowed within city limits. Carmela.
Yeah, you heard that right. Now, this is actually the first case Stockton Police and Animal Services have heard of a pig causing problems within city limits. Now, while he may seem cute, neighbors are calling him, quote, a nuisance.
Pig runs the street.
A woman at her wit's end, taking her concerns to Stockton City Council. The problem? Someone's pet pig.
I do not have $6,000 for a fence. He's breaking the law, and I shouldn't have to have $6,000 for a fence.
This lady is pissed off at a pig right now.
Breaking the law.
She says that Wiggly is running the streets.
A 7-month-old potbelly pig named Wiggly, to be exact. The woman says he's been creating havoc in her central Stockton neighborhood for months now.
The pig was noted to be at large or loose in the neighborhood. We got an anonymous call reporting that the pig was loose and
we got a pig at large. I'll call her.
Digging some holes in neighboring properties.
Stockton Animal Shelter says they got a call about a loose pig on July 14th. 2 days later, Animal Services received another complaint of a roaming pig.
He was more sauntering around the neighborhood, digging holes in front yards, trying to get cool like pigs do, and that is what was noted.
Aww. Animal Services contacted the owner and let her know, while cute, these animals are illegal within the city.
In Stockton, dogs, cats, any sort of domesticated animal per se is allowed. Any sort of considered farm animal or anything that's more of like a wild animal is not allowed.
Is a potbelly pig considered a wild animal, or the chickens considered?
It can be domesticated, but yeah, I think she means like livestock.
Short, pigs like Wiggly are not allowed. The owner was given a citation to comply with 14 days to rehome Wiggly somewhere outside city limits.
There you go. That's from CBS Sacramento. Poor Wiggly. I'm kind of on Wiggly's side. You know, let Wiggly be free. He's just digging a few holes. Your yard looks like crap anyways.
How's he getting out of her yard?
Well, that's the question.
You know,
really.
like
there should be some responsibility there.
For sure.
Yeah. But like, if I saw Wiggly in my yard, I don't know. I'd invite him in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no.
Give him some scraps.
I've mentioned in a previous episode that the city of Arlington was on the massive hunt for a loose pig, and there's like a whole group dedicated to it, and it was so funny and so fun.
It causes real drama.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for a pig in your neighborhood. All right, everything we tried to at least talk about today, to some degree, will be linked at weeklylaunch.rocks. And you can go get links there. Also links to Help Boost and our phone number if you want to give us a call. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode 28 of The Launch. Join us next Tuesday if you want to join live, or catch us in your podcast app Wednesday mornings when we're out for release. And thank you so much for subscribing. From the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast, thank you for listening, and we'll see you right back here next week.